Good morning. So I have a lot of friends that have asked me to show them some of the meals that I make. And make a video of it. So what I wanted to do was to show you how I start my meal prep cooking every weekend is with making homemade chicken bone broth. I use this broth for my cooking, and I use all the meat for the meals. And it's a little time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. It has so many great healthy benefits for us. We drink the bone broth out of mugs warmed up like tea. It has great anti-inflammatory properties, having turmeric in it. This actual bone broth also has the name Liquid Gold. It's amazing, it's so tasty, and it's super easy. And I do it all the time. So this is how I start my meal prep weekends. So I'm going to show you how to do it. What I've already done is yesterday, I roasted in my big roaster pan there 3 whole organic chickens from the grocery store. So I make, with butter and seasoning, I make my own little rub, and then I put it under the skin and I roast it for a long time in the oven. I take all the meat off of that after it's cooled, and that's what I have here. This is what 3 organic whole chickens meat looks like, and I'll use this for all my recipes. And then all of the bones and skin and the liquid that comes off the chicken from cooking all goes into my giant crock pot. So I have a big crock pot here, like it holds a lot. So that has all the innards, all the skin, everything, bones in there. So that's what's in there now, and I'm going to add my other ingredients on top of it and let the crock pot do all the rest of the work. So usually I do this at night, and I set it on low, and it cooks overnight. And then when I wake up in the morning, I strain and take out everything that's in it, and what I'm left with is the most amazing, rich bone broth to use for the rest of the week. So it's a little time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. And I know exactly what's in my bone broth. I can use it for intermittent fasting in all my meals. I can also freeze it. So here we go, real quick. I already have 3 whole chickens, parts and pieces, in my crock pot. What I'm going to add to that is I have 3 carrots. They're just roughly chopped up. I don't even cut off the ends or anything. Like, I just wash them, chop them up roughly, and throw them in there. You can change this however you want, and you can do smaller portions, like I did 3 chickens, but you can do 1 chicken in a smaller crock pot. It's the same idea. I have 1 onion that I've just peeled and roughly chopped up. This is one of my favorite things, is celery, but it's all the pieces that we don't use for the cooking. And when I cut up celery sticks. So all the leafy sticks I've already washed, those go right in too. That gives it so much flavor, and I love the fact that I'm not wasting parts of the celery that I have to pay for, right? Use for everything. Next, I put in 2 bay leaves. And don't worry about trying to fish them out afterwards, because it will all be strained. So all you'll have left is the broth. So you don't have to go looking through all your bone broth to find those 2 bay leaves, right? This is from my garden. I just put them in whole, but I just have some parsley. I have fresh sage. Throw that in there, parsley. And then I also have some oregano. I just throw them all in there whole. Just wash them off, dry them, throw them in there. Next, I put in some pepper. This is about a tablespoon of pepper. Now remember, my skin is in here that was already seasoned, and so I don't need too much, but I do like to season it a little bit more, but I try not to overdo it, because then you can always add salt, but you can't take it out, right? So next I have some coarse salt, which is about 2 tablespoons of salt. Now, the most important part for me is the turmeric. So this is anti-inflammatory. I actually put this in my smoothies because it does have a strong taste, and I can't taste it at all in the smoothies. I put this along with cinnamon every day to help help decrease the inflammation in my body. So this is what makes this liquid gold, the turmeric. So this is about 2 tablespoons of turmeric. Last thing is apple cider vinegar. This is also about 2 tablespoons. You can add more or less, whatever you like, but this is also a great thing to have every day. A lot of people drink it in the morning with water, plain. My daughter likes to drink it right out of the bottle, but she's weird like that. And then you have all your amazing ingredients. It already smells wonderful. All you're gonna do is put water over the top of it, just enough to cover it. You don't want it to boil over. So you can see I'm just putting enough to cover all of my amazing ingredients. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. And I'm just gonna put the lid on it, and I'm gonna put it on low. So like I said, I usually cook it all night long. And then first thing in the morning, I will open it and get all the good parts out in a big giant colander, and then do it over a bowl, obviously, so you catch all that broth that sifts through. And then I do a even finer strainer to make sure I didn't get any hidden little bones or anything I don't want in my bone broth. And that's it. And then from there, I just put in containers, and I can use it right away to cook with, which I do usually half of it. And then the other half, I either freeze or I will drink straight from a coffee mug because it's so delicious. So if you're like me, you're looking for things that are very beneficial and easy and affordable, this is a great way to go. And this is how I start every weekend. So I hope this is something that you give a try. It's requested very often. So I know you guys can do it, and I want you to try it, and it's delicious. If you have any questions, message me. But I hope you get out there and try your own homemade bone broth today. See you later. Good luck. Bye-bye.